Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates. As we'll see the number 20 team of the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So East Carolina's offense will get first crack at it today. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live, so he's got a lot of talent, he's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The give to the tailback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Guys, let's talk big picture East Carolina. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Pirates are moving quickly down the field. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Fires to the big fella. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Might as well give it to him again. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could to be a few inches short. Guys, he's already got 44 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He caught it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Pirates! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And this This offense just made their first statement, the first drive. Fourth down, what are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown, they're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Entering play call, you have 5 options. Kickoff left to
Kickoff
select.
unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the rhythm.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments. It's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
And that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
They get him down to this offensive setup, first and goal from the 9.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here.
Into the house. Touchdown, East Carolina.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum. And that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders. Defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The give on the option. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. My, oh my, 41 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Red pass, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling
Entering
again.
play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories. Nickel. Option, double mug, there are 6 categories. You have
This
12
offense
options.
had a little extra
Over
time to
one
think about it.
selected.
Let's see what they have on third down.
Spread.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job
Entering
being
play
ready
call,
and
you
your
have 7
field goal kicker
options.
coming
5,
through
4,
and putting
2,
3 points on the
return
board.
left is selected.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not
Entering
much to be
play
found
call,
as he
coach
stopped at the
suggestions,
18.
there are 8 categories.
East
You have
Carolina
12
has it back, and the
options.
Purple
Shot
Pirate
request is
offense will
selected.
go to work. Looking to throw, it's Lacey. Complete in the middle. They stay aggressive and
Entering
push their
play
way out
call,
to the
coach
33, and it's
suggestions,
first
there are
down.
8 categories. You have
Nice job by the
12
receiver on the
options.
in route there. And how
Shuffle
about the
HB trail
speed after he
selected.
made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
First and 10 for the offense. Gonna run it. It's live. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark it
Entering
down
play
at the
call,
39.
coach suggestions, there
Let's
are 8
talk for a second
categories.
about
You have
East
12
Carolina.
options.
At some
Return
point, with
script
all
index
of the
selected.
transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running
Enter
back involved
inside
early
zone.
and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And he
Entering
runs
play
into
call,
a wall,
coach
maybe
suggestions,
got it
there
back
are
to the
8
line of
categories.
scrimmage.
You have 12 options.
Didn't get much
Target
on
cross,
first down.
HB
It's
rail
second and
selected.
9. Now they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He's brought down, but it'll be enough
Entering
for a
play
first
call,
down.
coach suggestions, there are
Last
8
completion
categories.
moves the
You
sticks
have
in. Let's see if they try it
options.
again.
Shuffle Mills is
This
selected.
offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star
Entering
players
play
that are
call,
playing tons of
coach
snaps. They're not
suggestions,
subbing out as
there are
much.
8
By the fourth
categories.
quarter,
You have 12
they're going to be
options.
gassed.
Full flat is selected.
And the Pirates with a second and short to keep this drive moving. That is a big win for
Entering
this
play
defense
call,
as they
coach
were right there as
suggestions,
soon as he
there are
got the
8
ball.
categories. You have 12
Coming to the
options.
line,
Full
looking
flat is
for that
selected.
first down on third and short from the 29. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reynolds. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A
Entering
costly
play-
penalty
RPO,
wipes
drive
out that
wheel.
third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Richardson. And they'll stop him
Entering
about
play
5
call.
yards short of the first.
These pot smash.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Enter.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Entering play.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, ECU!
Coach suggestions.
It's still early, but we we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything's going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Entering play call formation. There are 6 categories.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense.
6 categories.
It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Strickland. It's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Categories.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Clark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in reset. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the big fella. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down.
Spread.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Entering play call.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Categories. You have 12 options.
3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Back to throw, it's Strickland. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay
Entering
booth
play
has
call,
decided to
double
overturn
mug,
the call.
From die, nickel. Double mug. There are 6 categories. You have
And
12
now a
options.
chance not only to cut into the
selected.
lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing
Entering
could get
play
really
call,
exciting.
coach
Nice job
suggestions.
answering the
There are
bell
6
right before the half.
categories.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Let's go to the
Entering
studio
play
now and
call,
check in with Kevin Connors.
options,
Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Cross, FD inside.
That's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Entering play call.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
FD inside is selected. Option is
That's the
set.
end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here.
5 options.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Coach suggestions.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Coach suggestions.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens. You can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Entering play call.
They'll keep
Coach
this drive moving by
There are
picking
6
up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Clemson set up with another first down.
Spread.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
Coach suggestions.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Strickland. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a man in the middle. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Just an obvious holding call there, one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down.
Spread.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Cover 3 match.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Entering play call.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Strickland. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's complete. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Now the toss.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make...
Touchdown, Clemson! You thought they were done. They're not.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
There are 8 categories.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gage. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. After 45 on its way. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Enter red option, RN, RPO red, RZ cross, these pot smash.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Goes.
After the run, now to throw. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
To the air, it's Lacy. Hit as he throws. Caught close to the marker, hits Williams. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Entering play call, empty base trio. There are 21 categories. You have 18
all the way
options.
down to the 15-yard line. It's
selected.
first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
There are 8 categories. You have 12 options.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W.
There are 8 categories. You have 12 options.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Off play action. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. Add empty selected.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. A lot of we are's inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up by 16 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to throw, it's Strickland. Makes the grab. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Choose a player to replace.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Cover 3 matches selected.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
There are 6 categories.
Trying to pick up a 1st down.
Cover 1 hole selected. Spread.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And the misconnection on 3rd down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game.
think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. How about the Zip This Junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Offense in an empty set. This is a designed run. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Strickland. Working that left side now.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Entering play call,
really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Call, coach suggestions. There are 6
the big
categories.
fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the field.
Entering play call,
now
coach
he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Hale. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Hand off from the shotgun.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Back down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping of that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They've been running it, but now the pass. Working on the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Quickly out to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch, keeps the drive alive.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving